What's going on, MSFers? Duelim here, and today we've got the Quasar Red Star event. That's right, we're going to be doing difficulty 9 with all of the Scourges on. You don't need to do difficulty 10. Why? I don't know. But you only need 1.2 million points to be able to finish all the way to milestone 15, which is going to get you some juicy gear 20 rewards. So why would you do level 10? There's no reason. Do you want a frame? I don't. So let's move on. We're going to hit enter here. We're going to start, and yeah, the only team we need is Vigilante. Vigilante just rolls over this entire event. So it's just like Negative Zone. I literally never used Vigilante, or never used Thunderbolts, and I never even touched Quasar. Quasar's level 57 for me. You can't see that. See, 57. I'm not lying. All right, so node 1, pretty straightforward. Honestly, all of these nodes are really straightforward. We do have the raid pact turned on as well, which means we don't have to worry about cooldowns, which is pretty awesome. So we just kind of zoom through this and just do damage. Story? No, I'm not Cleaning Agent. I'm not reading story. If you know who Cleaning Agent is, throw a shout out down in the comment section. I almost said the description, but you guys can't type in that. Ha ha ha. Oh, man, I'm on one today. I really am. Okay, so yeah, we go from here, and literally you're just gonna do damage. So my Vigilante is a little bit bigger than what I used from my Negative Zone video. The only thing that's changed is Hitmonkey is now at 5 stars because I did get him up a little bit from the free shards in the past, which is awesome. Silver Sable is now at 5 stars as well, and she's gear tier 20, so a little bit stronger. But you're gonna see, you're just gonna roll over these nodes. And when I say roll them over, I mean like it's not even an effort. You're just rolling these nodes over. So yeah, you don't have to really do too much too crazy. You don't really have to focus like specific characters or anything like that. You just gotta do damage. That's pretty much it. You gotta make sure you're just making sure that you don't have any important characters. You know, like Vol is a big one, especially because the War Pact is on as well, even though it doesn't need to be, but just because it is. The War Pact is on as well, so you have like Valkyrie giving energy to Vols and stuff, so you don't want Vol being able to revive everybody and do some stupid stuff like that. You see, I just have a bunch of energy because I'm getting kills, so Silver Sable ult again. Already dropping that Gladiator pretty much immediately. I'm stuck on the taunt, so I'm just going to ult, hit 2 people. The ping hits out another person, and then yeah, we're just doing some damages. We're just hitting. We're just doing things. We're hitting that Gladiator in the back. He's about to die. Punisher's going to take a turn here and do some really good damage. I'm going to make sure Lilandra doesn't take a turn because she's getting close to that. And goodbye, everybody. All right, then. Yeah, so believe it or not, this is not difficult. It's not that bad at all. It really isn't. Vigilante just stomps these nodes. And it's not even close. I don't even think you need a full level 105 team, honestly, because this is not bad at all. I blew through this in, I think, like 15 minutes last night when I was trying to like strategize for this video so I could be like, wow, cool, I can look super awesome and like I'm super smart and already know how all the nodes work and stuff. And I blew through it in like 15 minutes. So that's node 1. We're not even going to edit things and like we did for Negative Zone because this is just cake and we're just going to fly through this. You could also do difficulty 10 all Scourges and do like 6 nodes, I think. Will get you through it as well. But I figured I'd show all the nodes just in case you're not able to do that. So I'd be a little bit nicer because I'm a nice guy. Sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. But yeah, so we're just gonna fly through this. I'm going to talk about life. Went on vacation this weekend. It was great. Got to see some of my wife's families. Got to see the in-laws. Meet some family I had never met before. So that was fun and exciting. So got to do that. Roasted my chestnuts in Miami because it's like the surface of the sun there if you've never been there. And no, not just because it's May. It's the surface of the sun hot there 24/7, 365, even on Christmas. I used to live there. It's terrible. So went there. Had a great time. Did not get sunburned, so that was really great too. Really tried my best not to get sunburned. I'm going to stun Lizard here, by the way. Did my best not to get sunburned. Put on some sunscreen like a responsible adult. And yeah, that was pretty nice. So got to spend some time with family. Loved that. Hope you guys didn't miss me for Crucible all that much. I'm sure you didn't. But if you did, sorry. I'm sure you resorted to like watching Dorky. No, you probably didn't stoop down that low. No one watches Dorky for Crucible content. Absolutely not. Maybe Boomer. Boomer has good Crucible content. He's funny. But yeah, you know, had a good time there. It was fun. We enjoyed seeing the families. Got some clothes for our upcoming trip as well. We are taking a lovely cruise for our honeymoon. Only a year late after we got married because money. So we've been saving up and making sure we have enough money to go all out for our cruise, and that is what we're going to do. So we are cruising around Europe, and it's going to be a lovely, lovely time. We are super excited. We're going to be flying into Barcelona, and then I guess we'll stun her so she doesn't counterattack and do all the stupid things. We're going to be flying into Barcelona and then sailing out from Barcelona, going to a different place in Spain. Don't ask me where. I think it's Playa del Mallorca, maybe? I don't know. And going there. And then we also get to go to France as well. We get to go to Rome, Naples. We get to go a lot of places, so it's really cool. One of our excursions is going to see the ruins of Pompeii, so we're super excited about that. That's great. We really, really enjoy that, so super excited. I also maybe potentially go to the Scopely headquarters in Spain as well, which would be pretty awesome. I'll make sure to talk about my happenings there, so that'd be kind of cool. You can see how unimportant and easy these nodes are, that I'm literally talking about my vacation that's in 5 months and not strategizing at all like we had to do for Negative Zone, which is kind of unfortunate because I wish this was difficult like Negative Zone. But it's also kind of nice because everybody can get the red stars for practically free. So that is kind of nice. But why would they make the content that actually has the difficulty slider super easy at the highest difficulty, but then make the content that doesn't have the difficulty slider one difficulty and it's just super hard? I don't understand that one all that much. I think that's ass backwards, but hey, what do I know? I'm not part of the multi-billion-dollar company, right? You know, what do I know? I'm maybe making a difficulty slider is just way more difficult than I understand, just like putting a lose button in Cosmic Crucible, and I just don't get how hard it is. But yeah, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just stupid and dumb and don't understand things. So coming to the next node, Pav's going to go. He's going to get counterattacked. He's going to stop his chain immediately. We're going to Silver Sable ult, and we're going to continue just deleting everybody. That just got one shot. Now, I probably just want to stun Lalandra, make sure she doesn't do anything stupid with her ult. And then we'll just keep hitting the clump over here. But yeah, I don't get this event. Like, I like that everybody can do it, but it's also like, what's the point of having the milestone or the difficulty 10 if I could do all the milestones without doing difficulty 10? That just does not make sense to me at all. And I shared that feedback with them because I'm like, this is dumb. Why would I even care to do difficulty 10 for what is it, a frame? A couple frames? Cool. Like, is that what we're classifying as worth it to play? Because why can't you just put like some gear 20 pieces on like milestones at like 1.3 million points, 1.4 million points, and then I'd actually want to do difficulty 10 and make content on it and show people that it can be done. Or maybe even like an awakened ability for Quasar, put that in there. Would you guys push for an awakened ability? What would be the rewards that you guys would want to push for? If they had like 5 gear 20 pieces throughout, and then they also had maybe an awaken ability at the end, would you guys end up pushing for that, or would you still say, not worth it for me, don't care, because it's a war character? Because, I mean, yeah, it is a war character, that's fair. But I don't know, I feel like it's just the incentive to do things based off of cosmetics, especially when it comes to frames, just not there for me. It's just not, it's not scratching that itch. It's not tickling tickling my fancy at all. I was going to say something that YouTube probably wasn't going to like regarding cucumbers soaked in vinegar and it rhyming with tickle. But that's neither here nor there. Hopefully that gets past some sort of YouTube censor. There's no chance they're watching this by now. They heard I was talking about my vacation. They got bored and they left, so it's fine. We could probably say anything at this point, but I don't want to risk it. So yeah, just lasering through these nodes. Dude, we are getting so off track. Good Lord. I feel like I have ADHD right now. We're just lasering through these. This is just absolute cake. There's really nothing going on. All just because I have the raid abilities of active, it's just I have infinite energy. Every time I get a kill, I get energy. On spawn, I'm at full energy. Silver Sable's removing Safeguard. Punisher's doing a bunch of damage. Like, it doesn't really matter. I think that was node 3. That was node 3. So we're already 3 nodes down, and there's only 8 nodes as well, which I thought was very odd. I thought there was going to be 10 nodes like usual. And again, Quasar just, you know, keeping that bench warm right next to Ultimus. Remember Ultimus being on the bench for Masters of Evil because we'd always put in, like, Apocalypse or anybody who actually did something? Good times. Good times indeed. But yeah, so we're on node 4 already. We're already halfway there. Again, you just hit Silver Sable ult. Silver Sable does everything. There's a Hela here that you want to kill pretty quickly because there's Zims here, so you want to make sure the Helas are dying first so that the zombie Iron Men can then also die. And then we'll just keep working on the raid characters, honestly, because Oath can do some bad things to you, so make sure you're doing the most amount of damage to Oath as well after you're done with those Helas. And then I'm just going to chain down the line here and kill everybody. Get that striker attack on Captain Britain. And, yep, killed pretty much everybody. Striker attack on Captain Britain. Oath is probably going to die from the bleeds. I called it. And then next wave drops. And guess what? I have full energy again because of the energy I'm getting from Hitmonkey passive when I get kills in raids. And this is essentially a raid. Let's kill you because I don't like you. You heal people. You're annoying. Also, you just pissed me off, Hank Pym. You just pissed me off. All right, we do have a Blade in the back there who could potentially do some stupid things. So let's stun him real quick. Wow, that was scary. He almost did nothing. So he's dead already too. Awesome. Hank Pym's probably going to die to the bleeds, but let's make sure he does die. He's a goner now. Awesome. Let's start working on the Nimrods over here just to make sure. I don't know what we're making sure of. Honestly, I don't think there was a prayer of them taking a turn, but here we are. We get special again. We still have 9 characters left as well. And we are just zooming and cruising. That's right. Just super easy event here. Nothing too crazy. If you guys are finding this useful, let me know, because I was debating not making a video on this, honestly, because of how easy this was. But I know it's not easy for everybody, and that was my thought process on why I'd make this. Also, I got to just talk to you guys and kind of rant, so that was kind of fun. Kill Hela here because you want to make sure Zim's not reviving because if you get bleeds out there, I know I have immunity right now, but if they get bleeds out there, that could definitely be problematic, and I could just end up hitting myself over and over again because of the mind controls, and I don't want that. It's also a zombie Iron Man with war buffs as well, so I don't know what that actually entails, given he's just the only one on the field most of the time. But it's probably not good, so don't let that happen. Going to take out Oath here because they're raid characters, and the Oath could potentially do damage. I don't know. Oath's not going to take a turn. It don't matter. Oh, good. More story. Bye. All right, so that was node 4 now, so we're halfway through. If you are on difficulty 10, I've heard difficulty 10's a little harder, but I was able to do it with mine, so it's not that crazy. Or no, I did difficulty 9 with mine. I didn't do difficulty 10, but there's no reason to do difficulty 10, so I'm not going to do it. But I've heard it's not that bad. If you can't do it with your free-to-play Vigilante, you're not really missing anything because you're still going to get all the milestones. You're still going to get the gear tier 20. So that's nice. That'll help me take up Oath so I can almost be ready for the first section of the Professor X saga. So that's pretty cool. I just need Punisher, Daredevil Modern, and Oath, and I will be good to go. And I have like no skill gear, so there's no chance I'm going to be getting there before the event ends. This node's kind of interesting, because the War Pact is on, so Nova has war buffs, so that's pretty awesome, but I have this thing called Safeguard and Taunt and Immunity, so nothing's really going to happen when Nova does things. So it doesn't really matter. I'm going to kill the Spider Weaver in the back to make sure Spider Weaver doesn't do Spider Weaver things. Get charges up, even though I have 100% extra accuracy because of Punisher passive. So it's not like it would have mattered anyway. I don't know, dude, I really don't know why these nodes were designed the way they were, because there's nothing here that's like, wow, Vigilante's going to struggle here if you don't prep cooldowns, or if you don't do this, or if you don't do that. There's none of that. There's really nothing here that's a potential issue. There's like one node towards the end. I think there's like an Odin node, but it's not that bad. And then there was one point where I like almost died because of Kahori's, because Kahori's just going to be the character that keeps on giving forever when it comes to PvE content. And Kahori's going to be there to just be an absolute douche canoe and be a nuisance for years to come. Remember how, like, when Quicksilver came out, we were like, wow, Quicksilver is solely here to be annoying in PvE content. And we were right. Quicksilver was. Remember when we had that Quicksilver node for unlocking, I can't remember. Maybe it was Nova with, like, Masters of Evil. Maybe it was Black Cat. I can't remember. Let me know in the comment section if you're still watching, A, and B, you know what I'm talking about. But that double Quicksilver node and the double Gambit node, oh, God, that was terrible. But boy, oh boy, was that fun. But, man, that was rough. So, yeah, lovely times getting through this. Just essentially just hitting buttons while I just ramble. If you guys are still watching, hey, thanks. I appreciate you. You guys are great. I'm not sure why, but you're watching, so I'll take it. Maybe you like the rambles. Who knows? But yeah, we're just getting through this. I'm going to make a Sentinel here because she's the lowest. Make sure I have some energy so I can do the ultimate with Silver Sable maybe. Nope, no ultimate with Silver Sable. That's okay, though. We'll special over here. Make sure we hit the Weaver in the corner that just dropped. Just keep doing the most amount of damage, and cool. I'm going to special on Spider Weaver over here, get a good damage over there. Striker attack will probably kill her, get more energy as well. So I can make sure I am going to be able to use the Silver Sable ult, so I can take some charges off as well as take that safeguard off. So let's do that momentarily. You see I blocked that special, which is great. Just like Frosted Flakes, they're great. That's right. That's right. Man, you know it's bad when the content is so terrible. I'm literally talking about breakfast cereals right now. What a time to be alive. All right, well, the good news is at least we had good content for Negative Zone, right? And I know people were complaining, oh, it's too hard. It's too this. It's too that. Yeah, kinda. I don't know. I know a lot of people were saying in the comment section of that video, like, oh my god, I don't have the training mats to take everybody to level 105. I'm a free-to-play player, and I don't spend on training mats. I don't either. I don't know what your issue is with training mats. I don't know what y'all are doing with them. I don't know if you're just shoving them up your keister and just leaving them there, and then you forget they're there. I don't know what's happening, but I haven't had a problem with training materials the entire time people were complaining about it. I actually have an issue with gold. Oh, this is the mission that potentially had issues because there's Kahori's here. So maybe we'll die here a couple times. That'd be fun, right? All right, this is like my, I don't know, 8th attempt. So I decided to edit it because I didn't want you guys staring at me, rambling the whole time, even though that's pretty much what I've done the entire existence here. So we're going to stun Medusa over here, and then that's also going to stun the Kahori. So we want those two stunned, and then we're going to come back and focus on the Annihilator clump in the corner here. We definitely want to make sure they are dying because right now I cannot put up vulnerables, and that is not a good thing. So I want to make sure Gladiator is as low as possible so I'm able to put up vulnerables. Then I'm going to ult on Gore, do a lot of damage to him, and then I'm going to special on Gladiator, and with the Striker attack, that'll end up killing him. So I don't have to worry about Gore clearing all my positive effects and doing all that stupid stuff. We have Thanos getting that special out there, which is fine. No big deal there. Null is going to end up taking a turn, which is pretty unfortunate. No, maybe he's not. I'm going to hit Null and do a lot of damage. Hopefully I can end up killing him before he takes a turn. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to kill him before he takes a turn. Hey, bye. All right, Null's dead, so we want to make sure Null doesn't take a turn because if he gets that battlefield effect up, that cannot be very good because then the darkness is going to continue stacking, and then you're just going to tickle everybody, and then it could potentially stack until the next nodes, which I'm not exactly sure how that works or not. And I'm not going to test it because I'm too lazy. So that could be a potential problem. Let's start working on the Medusa that has defense down. to get a lot of damage there. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to kill Thanos with this. Nope, just damaging him a good amount. Striker attack ends up killing him. The next Thanos drops. And then I do have the Silver Sable ultimate, which is great. And it did remove the charges, so that can be resisted, the charge removal from Ms. Marvel Classic. But it wasn't resisted there. We're also going to stun Ms. Marvel Classic because she is just terrible. And if you get stuck on that taunt forever, good luck, because you're going to be there for the next eon. And that's not great. So make sure she's dying. Then we're going to start working on this clump over here. And then I'm going to make sure Gore dies because I just don't like him. He's annoying. So he's a goner there. Awesome. And then I'm going to push Thanos while I'm at full health here and while I have this node completely controlled. And then I'm probably going to end up killing him before the next wave drops as well, which is great. Yep, Striker Attack's going to kill him. Next wave's probably going to drop now. It did. It's another Kahori, but the good news is I don't have the issue of Thanos giving Kahori energy and then getting that problem of Kahori using her special. So I'm going to use my special to take off all these positive effects. Make sure defense up is not on Kahori anymore. I'm going to get a kill on Ms. Marvel Classic. Get some energy flowing here. Awesome. I'm going to special on Red Goblin because I don't want him putting out slow. Also doing some stupid stuff. And I'll get another kill from that. Then it's allowing me to Silver Sable ult, which means more damage, more defense down. And then we're going to stun the two over here. And then we're just going to work on Silver Surfer. I almost called him Silver Satellite. Why? I don't know, but I did. And then we could just ult here because it doesn't matter cooldown-wise. And then, yeah, we got through it. Woohoo! That took me like 7 or 8 tries, believe it or not. So that's why I edited that. So that's the only really difficult node. I was able to one-shot it yesterday. Or I think I two-shot it yesterday when I did it last night off camera. So that one can be a little difficult. Nothing too crazy, though. Just make sure you're taking out the Annihilators so you're able to get vulnerables as quickly as possible. And then it's pretty easy. Node number 7 here. This one's also really easy. And then node number 8 is the only other one that's kind of potentially almost difficult. But it's kind of like the negative zone where you just delete the Odin. And then it's pretty cake from there. Oh, we're not going to read story. That's not happening. All right, so we got some potential issues here. Omega Red Phoenix Force does % health damage. So we want to make sure he's going to get stunned super quickly. And that's what we're going to do with the Hitmonkey Ultimate. It's also going to kill that magic in the back there. And then we're just going to work on doing damage to the clumps here. So primary and adjacent. Phoenix is now dead. Phoenix is going to come back. I think I take a turn before her. I do. I'm going to ult. Make sure she's dead. Awesome. Don't have to worry about that % health damage. I'm going to ult Panda here. Get more damage there. And then you see this node's just cake. Yeah, I mean, this node's just super easy. And then I'm starting the next node again with Silver Sable Ultimate. The dodges don't mean anything because I have extra accuracy because of Punisher. Then what I'll do here is I'm going to stun the Nightcrawler just because I don't like Nightcrawler. He could be issue if he gets the turn meter or something like that. I think he still gets the turn meter, but yeah, it doesn't matter. I want him stunned. Then I'm going to hit the primary and adjacent. Cool. I want to make sure Old Man Logan dies before he takes a turn. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to ult on Forge here because I know Old Man Logan's going to end up dying to bleeds or I have turn meter. Doesn't matter. Gonzo. He's gone, and then I get that 2 turns in a row from Elektra, which I think is probably one of the best parts of her kit. I absolutely love being able to take 2 turns in a row like that with Elektra. With the double hit, I think that's such a cool kit mechanic. So kudos to you, Scopely. I think that's an amazing kit mechanic, and I think that should be in a lot more kits because an execute double 2 turns in a row is very, very fun. Then we're going to hit the ult on Phoenix. She's a goner. And then, yeah. That node was cake. That was my first try. Yes, for real. And now we're going to go to the last node and take out the Odin, and then that'll be it. It's really straightforward other than node 6, honestly, and even then node 6 wasn't too bad. I know a lot of people are probably going to be struggling on that one, but hopefully you don't get stuck for too long and you're able to get through it. You can use Thunderbolts to sack there as well, so that could be pretty helpful if your Thunderbolts are built. And yeah, and then you can get through it pretty easily. I know a buddy of mine ended up doing that, if I'm not mistaken. He sacked node 6 with Thunderbolts and then used Vigilante after, and it was pretty easy from what he told me. So that's cool. But I would know a lot of you guys don't have training match, so that's probably not going to help you guys out very much. But, oh well, I tried. So yeah, Silver Sable Ultimate taking off everything. Turn 1, awesome. It would be nice if you got a defense down on Odin right away, but I did not, which is a little unfortunate. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to ult on Shadow King, even though I know I cannot stun him. The only reason I want to ult on him is because I want damage on him, essentially. Then I'm going to do the Daredevil special on Odin, and I did not get the defense down on him. So I potentially have to restart here. It's really helpful if you get the defense down on him from either Silver Sable Ultimate or from the Daredevil special, but sometimes it just doesn't work out like that. But that's okay. We're going to special here. We're going to get another slow on Odin, and we're going to continue doing as much damage as we can to him. Striker attacks are hitting into him as well, so hopefully that does enough damage. If it doesn't, you're probably not seeing this anyway. We're going to ult. Nah, he's going to be dead for sure. We're going to ult on him, get some damage there. Awesome. Then what's going to happen is we're going to special, hit the clump because it's primary and adjacent damage anyway. Then with Electra ult, we're going to hit him. Striker attack. He's probably going to end up dying here unless he assists a bunch. And clears those bleeds, which might end up happening. We do have that happening there, but I think I'm going to end up taking another turn before he takes another turn and assists. But unfortunately, Daredevil might be dead before that happens. Let's find out. Sable, did your basic do enough damage? Nope, but Hitmonkey basic did, and he's a goner. So even if you don't land the defense down, it looks like it doesn't matter. I had enough damage, even though I don't really have that big a vigilante. So make sure that defense down lands, and you'll have absolutely no issues whatsoever. I'm going to take out the Emma here because she has the possessed, and I don't want that going around. That is not great at all. Then we're going to hit the ult with Silver Sable once again. Always ulting with her because we get that energy redistribution, all that good stuff. I'm going to stun the Cosmic Ghost Riders, I guess. And it hit the Ancient one anyway. Cool. That was probably my other target. Now we're just going to do primary and adjacent damage, do as much damage as possible to the clumps. And then I'm going to do the double tap on Black Knight because he's a potential issue, but he's not that tanky at all. Holy moly, he almost got deleted. We're going to get the 2 turns in a row, kill the Star Brand over here, and then we're going to kill Ancient one as quickly as possible because she's a potential problem, right? And then we'll get the specials for the pings. Now, Barrier gets taken off from Silver Sable Special. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's really straightforward outside of the one node, node 6. And this is really easy. And this will get you all of the milestones. This will get you 4 red stars for Quasar. And yeah, oh my god, there's another wave? Who knew? All right, well, I almost one-shot Black Knight with Punisher ult, so that's pretty cool. Hey, let's just delete you. 18 million crit, by the way. Adios, chuckle nuts. All right, well, Black Knight's gone, so yeah, this will get you the 4 red for Quasar. This will also get you some Gear Tier 20 pieces. It's like a full Mystic piece of Gear Tier 20, which is pretty awesome, so help you take up that Oath or the Blade for the first section. Maybe if you're working on Odin already, that'll be pretty helpful, so that's cool. You'll love to see it. Pretty straightforward. We got just over 1.2 million there. Oh boy, a new high score. Awesome. So super easy. Got all the milestones done. Nothing too crazy at all. Make sure you guys get this done. I think you have 12 days to do it. All you got to do is do it once, which is great as well. I think you have 12 days. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yep, you have 12 days. So get that done within 12 days. Super easy, super straightforward. Till next time, this has been Duelim. Later, MSFers.